Imagine being able to grow your money without working harder or putting in extra hours. It's a dream many of us share, watching our savings quietly multiply while we focus on living our lives. The idea of making money work for us, rather than the other way around, is deeply appealing. Most people think building wealth requires relentless effort, risky ventures, or insider knowledge. But the truth is, there's a simpler path that relies on a natural financial principle called compounding. Compounding allows your money to earn interest on both the initial amount and the interest it has already accrued, creating a snowball effect that grows over time. This raises an important question. Is there truly a straightforward method to double your money without taking on extreme effort or risk? The answer lies in a simple yet powerful financial shortcut known as the Rule of 72, which can help anyone estimate how long it will take for their investments to grow twofold, turning a complex financial concept into something surprisingly easy to grasp. The Rule of 72 is a simple, powerful tool that helps investors quickly estimate how long it will take for their money to double at a given interest rate. Instead of relying on complex calculations or financial software, you can use this straightforward rule to get a surprisingly accurate answer in seconds. The formula is easy. Simply divide 72 by the annual interest rate, and the result is the approximate number of years required for your investment to double. For example, if you invest money in an account or fund that yields 6% annual interest, dividing 72 by 6 gives you 12 years. This means your initial investment will roughly double in just over a decade without any additional contributions. The Rule of 72 works because it is based on the principles of exponential growth, which describes how something grows at a constant percentage over time. With compounding, not only does your principal earn interest, but the interest itself begins to earn interest, accelerating growth. While it is a simple approximation, it is remarkably accurate for interest rates commonly encountered in savings accounts, stocks, or bonds, making it a practical tool for planning your financial future. What makes the Rule of 72 so powerful is its simplicity. Financial concepts often intimidate people because they involve charts, calculators, and complex equations. But this rule strips all that away and gives anyone, regardless of background, a tool they can use instantly. With just a single division, you can understand how quickly your money might grow and witness the incredible effect of compounding without needing advanced math. This accessibility is what makes it stand out. It's something you can use in casual conversations, while evaluating investment opportunities, or even when teaching children the basics of money. Unlike other financial planning tools that require spreadsheets or detailed projections, the Rule of 72 provides a fast mental shortcut to guide smarter decisions. Whether you're comparing savings accounts, bonds, or investment funds, this rule helps you immediately grasp the long-term impact of interest rates, turning financial planning into something clear and motivating. To truly see the Rule of 72 in action, let's look at a few real-life examples. Imagine a beginner investor who puts $1,000 into a mutual fund that earns an average return of 7% per year. By applying the Rule of 72, we divide 72 by 7 and get about 10.3 years. That means the $1,000 has the potential to grow into $2,000 in just over a decade without the investor doing anything beyond leaving it invested. Now consider a real estate investment that grows at an annual rate of 8%. Using the same rule, 72 divided by 8 equals 9, so the investor's money doubles in only 9 years. Real estate often carries more responsibilities but can also generate faster growth when managed wisely. On the conservative side, someone using a high-yield savings account earning 4% would see their money double in about 18 years, since 72 divided by 4 equals 18. The trade-off is lower returns but much lower risk. These examples highlight how risk and return go hand in hand. The higher the return rate, the quicker the doubling, but usually with greater uncertainty. The Rule of 72 helps investors compare these choices and balance growth with safety. The Rule of 72 can be applied across nearly every type of investment, giving investors a quick way to compare growth potential. Take stocks, for example. Historically, the stock market has returned around 7 to 10% annually. Using the Rule of 72, money invested in stocks could double in roughly 7 to 10 years, depending on the performance of the portfolio. Bonds, on the other hand, are more conservative. With average returns of 3 to 4%, doubling your money takes much longer, about 18 to 24 years. This slower pace reflects their lower risk profile. Real estate often delivers steady growth, averaging 6 to 8% annually, which means money could double in 9 to 12 years. Beyond traditional investments, alternative options like cryptocurrency or peer-to-peer lending come with higher volatility. While they may promise returns of 15% or more, meaning money could double in under 5 years, they also carry a real chance of losses. When applying the rule of 72, the key is to balance opportunity and safety. Use it as a guideline. With stocks, diversify for steady growth. With bonds, accept slower gains for stability. With real estate, focus on sustainable appreciation. With alternatives, only risk what you can afford to lose. Compounding interest is the secret engine that accelerates wealth over time. Unlike simple interest, where you only earn returns on your initial investment, compound interest allows you to earn returns on both your original money and the interest it has already generated. This creates a snowball effect, where growth builds upon itself. For example, if you invest $1,000 at 6% simple interest, you earn $60 every year, and after 10 years you'll have $1,600. But with compound interest, those earnings also begin generating returns, leaving you with nearly $1,790 in the same time frame, without contributing an extra dollar. Over decades, the difference becomes staggering. What seems like small, steady growth in the early years transforms into rapid expansion later on, thanks to exponential growth. The key to unlocking this power is patience and consistency. Leaving money invested and allowing time to magnify returns turns modest savings into substantial wealth. Many people eager to double their money fall into avoidable traps that can slow or even reverse their progress. One common mistake is chasing extremely high returns without doing proper research. Investments that promise rapid growth often come with hidden risks, and without understanding them, investors can lose more than they gain. Another mistake is overlooking the impact of inflation and taxes. Even if your money doubles, rising prices and tax deductions can erode the real value of your returns, making the growth feel less significant. A third error is making frequent withdrawals, which interrupts the compounding process. Every time money is pulled out, it reduces the base on which future interest could grow, delaying the doubling timeline. The key is to set realistic expectations and focus on long-term strategies. Consistency, patience, and disciplined investing usually beat the temptation of shortcuts, ensuring steady, reliable growth over time. Applying the rule of 72 becomes much easier with the right tools and strategies. Online calculators are a great starting point, allowing you to plug in different interest rates and instantly see how long it will take your money to double. This helps in comparing various options before committing. Beyond calculations, diversification is key. Spreading money across stocks, bonds, real estate, or other assets balances risk while still providing solid growth potential. Another effective approach is automating contributions. By setting up automatic transfers into savings or investment accounts, you remove the guesswork and ensure consistent progress toward doubling your money. Perhaps the most powerful mindset is adopting a set it and forget it strategy. Constantly monitoring investments often leads to emotional decisions, but letting compounding quietly do its work over time produces better results. With patience and these simple tools, the rule of 72 can guide effortless, predictable wealth growth. The rule of 72 offers more than just a mathematical shortcut, it also provides a psychological edge. By showing how money can double over time, it encourages financial discipline, motivating people to save and invest consistently. Growth no longer feels abstract or out of reach. Instead, it becomes a clear, achievable goal tied to a specific timeline. This sense of predictability helps investors stay calm during market ups and downs. Instead of panicking over short-term losses, they remember the long-term compounding effect at work. In this way, the rule of 72 strengthens patience and keeps investors focused on steady progress. Consider the story of Sarah, who began her financial journey with just $5,000 in her mid-20s. Instead of chasing risky opportunities, she invested in a diversified portfolio averaging 8% annual returns. Using the rule of 72, she knew her money would double roughly every 9 years. By her mid-30s, the $5,000 had grown to $10,000. 9 years later, in her mid-40s, it doubled again to $20,000. By her mid-50s, it had grown to $40,000, and by her retirement years, it reached $80,000, all from her initial contribution. Along the way, she added more savings, which compounded even faster, creating a much larger nest egg. The Rule of 72 gave her confidence and perspective, helping her stay patient during market swings. Beyond the numbers, the emotional freedom was invaluable. Knowing her future was secure gave Sarah peace of mind, allowing her to focus on family, experiences, and living life fully. The Rule of 72 is best applied to stable, long-term investments where returns are fairly predictable, such as stocks, bonds, or real estate with steady growth. It provides a quick way to estimate timelines and set realistic expectations. However, it is not well suited for highly speculative or short-term investments like cryptocurrency or day trading, where returns fluctuate wildly and can't be projected reliably. Investors should also avoid relying on the rule in isolation, since it doesn't account for risks, taxes, or inflation. Instead, it should be used as a guiding tool alongside thoughtful planning and risk management. Doubling your money doesn't have to be complicated or reserved for financial experts. The Rule of 72 shows that with simplicity, compounding, and patience, anyone can turn small investments into significant wealth over time. By understanding how interest rates translate into growth, financial planning becomes less intimidating and more predictable. The real power lies in starting early and staying consistent, allowing compounding to work its magic year after year. Whether you begin with a few hundred or a few $1,000s, applying the Rule of 72 can set you on the easiest path toward long-term financial freedom.